And hello there everyone, welcome back. I am BogMod. We are playing more The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 2. And I've just chatted with everybody. Did all the chattings. I was just upstairs. We talked to Fee, and we talked to Emma, and we talked to Laura, our one true love, to Lisa, Milliams, Sarah. And everyone's leaving except for Reen for raisins. Absolutely all of them. Which is very contrived. Ooh, yes! They're part of the Black Records! Yes! There we go. Ooh. Gods of... Ooh. In the beginning, there were two great gods. One boasted unrivaled courage, the other unparalleled fortitude. Their kin, who was dark upon the land when they first met. Their opposing natures incompatible, they were drawn irresistibly into battle. And thus began a struggle that shook earth and heaven. The goddess and the spirit's laments were for naught. So these are gods different from the goddess. So goes towards the center. The god's kin could only tremble in fear. Their power spent, the empty shells of two celestial titans were flung to the farthest reaches of the dark land. In the wake were terrible and their kin and the great power. Interesting. Moon rose on monstrous wings from the depths of the earth. Zoro Agruga, the dark dragon. The baby killed its skeleton. Turned around to see the dead. It desecrated the corpse of the fallen. So it made zombies. At the time, Asturias II was forced to flee, establishing a new capital in St. Arc. Through 100 years and 6 more emperors, the Bane of Heimdall went unchallenged. The 7th, Hector I, resolved to recapture the city. Time had proved ally to the Beast Tower, and the dragon's influence had spread over the surrounding area like a plague. He led a brave army of knights on the Acropolis and attempted to free it by legions of powerful fiends, to failure. It was then that Hector had a fateful encounter with now the great Vermilion Knight Testarossa. Bolstered by his immense power and countless weapons, we have a decisive encounter with the Dark Dragon. Big battle. The Vermilion Knight was victorious. The Scourge of Heimdall, the Dark Dragon, was defeated. His root was deep. The corrupted blood that flowed from the dragon claimed Hector's life and defiled even the knight itself, placing a curse upon it. Ah, so that's why Testarossa is a crazy sword of death. The Crimson Calamity. Deal with 1,000 weapons that only reacts to the blood of the Arnor family. Alright. Sealed deep underground, never again to see the light of day. Okay. Before I can go back, I'm going to just double check the years for a moment. Oh, well. Emperor Valius V was debaucherous. Countless wives and concubines. The days of his death, Crown Prince Manfred, the son of his first wife, assassinated an unknown party. Fourth Prince, son of the first of his secondary wives, seized the capital by force. Sticks of counter claims, the other princes also named themselves to be new emperor. Backed by the powerful noble families of their mothers, the 5-year-long civil war, the War of the Lions. So Orthos, who became known as the False Emperor, revived the being that had long been sealed out of the city. To strengthen its control, He decimated the greatest champion competition when fell swoop. Fifth Prince Gunnar was defeated. Came in the form of another great knight. Oops. The Platinate Knight. Champion acquired by Prince Lucius, the sixth and youngest of the feuding brothers. And he defeated Albert. This poised to challenge Orthos. Gunnar and Albert's armies, however, were not completely wiped out and decided to join force with one another in order to oppose the other princes. So then we got 3 of them. Waging for 2 years now, with 2 of them having knights. 15 fated fall to ruin and darkness, fitting perhaps for a nation that takes its name from Erebos, which I believe is Greek, actually. So that was 371. That was 600 years later. It's not bad for an empire. Just was interrupted by a second man on horseback. Let's see. First young man had not seen him in several years, but a cheer for you does not seem to be his purpose. You're right after all. At this rate, the Empire's days are numbered. The third prince of the Erebonian Empire, Prince Dracles. A man with no claim to the throne due to his commoner mother, shared by the other highborn princes. He had long left Erebonia behind. It's the land of Nord and reigned there ever since. His nature was noble, and he quickly accepted by the people of Nord and lived peacefully among them. While he had left his homeland, he had not truly abandoned his heart. Something for you will not allow you to turn your back on the Empire's suffering. What could a powerless vagrant like himself truly hope to do? The war continued to worsen, and Erebonia was on a certain path to ruination. He could ignore the pain of his countrymen no longer. That night, and it was called Roland, the child of Dracles and his confidant. Before he could finish preparing to leave, met by several of the tall knights of Nord, their cross-shaped spears in hand. Fearing that the 2 alone would not stand a chance. A mere 17 men under his command. Okay. It's a small army. Which are the armies of the 4th Prince and his remaining knights, 6th Prince as Palatine, power force the remaining princes, who had a legion of magical golems under their control. Losses. Roland fell in battle. He met a woman who had changed his destiny. The daughter of Count Sandlot, who hailed from the lakeside town of Legram. Her charismatic personality and peerless skills with the lance under the leadership of a band of knights known as the Eisenritter, and the moniker Lance Maiden. Her name was Leanne Sandlot. Their concern for the innocent victims of the war united them in a purpose to bring an end to the bloodshed, and it was those shared feelings that made them join forces. 2 of them, along with 17 warriors from Nord, and all the other peoples of the nation they had moved, one town after another, and were eventually successful in persuading even Prince Lucius, owner of the Palatinate Knight, to fight for their cause. At the same time, the false emperor schemed to elevate the cursed Vermilion Knight to even greater power, to godhood. Okay. The demonic god emerged in Heimdall alongside a monstrous castle, and vanquished the approaching armies of Albert and Gunnar in a single battle. Their end was anything but conventional armor. They were simply erased from existence. Interesting. Could not contend with such foe, and was felled, as it decimated all who challenged the false emperor. Count's crimson spirit veins spread from the castle, stealing the very life from the capital's citizens, as well as those of the surrounding area. Defeat seemed all but inevitable. That they refused to give up. Because of kindly which, they were led to a new great knight which summoned at the outskirts of Heimdall. They claimed the Ashen Knight as his power. With it in hand, exposing the army of the Anihana, they marched to the capital for the final time. Interesting. Very interesting. It's quite the read. Nap time! All the napping! What are those two gate? Well, there are guardian beasts, like the dragon. Was one. Just musing on that. Just turn the radio on. I wonder if we'll have Vita. Oh, that would be an amazing little touch at the end.
In finance, the annexation of Crossbell has seen shares in Erebonian companies increase at an exponential rate across the board.
That sounds like Max's voice actor.
And despite the Reinford Group announcing sweeping changes to its board members, its strong forecast for the next fiscal year is...
It's time for the start of a brand new program here on Radio Trista, coming at you promptly every Sunday. I call it Abend Time, after the word for evening. Might be a little cliched, but sometimes simple is best, right? Clichés are clichés for a reason, after all. Anyway, my name is Misty, and I'll be your host.
I wonder where Vita is now. I get the feeling she actually enjoyed doing Abend Time. It's like she could have kept going after all this. I wonder who that could be. Hello?
This is you, isn't it, Reen?
Oh, hi, sis. Elise?
Yes, it's me. Sorry for calling you like this so late in the evening. I'm not bothering you, am I?
Oh, not at all. I'm just not used to you calling me. And why aren't I voice acted for this? Are you calling from school?
Yes. I wasn't going to, but Her Highness insisted. It'll take some getting used to, but it's nice to be able to hear your voice even when you're so far away.
I was pretty surprised when I heard your voice too. I didn't want for phone calls back at home either.
I didn't have any specific reason for calling. It was just that the letter you sent about your return from Crossbell arrived today.
Oh, that was fast. I only sent it a couple of days ago. So you didn't have to be a letter. I was planning to pay you a visit, but it didn't work out.
Oh, please don't apologize. I know how busy you must be now. Believe me, I was just happy to hear you were back safe and sound. By the sound of things, you did an excellent job, too. I'm so proud of you, Reen.
I crushed those fools who wanted peace and independence, and to write their own path. That is a little hilarious. Everyone's always, man, Reen, you gotta follow your own path. They said to the guy who was just out there making sure that other people couldn't follow their own path. Didn't do all that much, though. Really? Yeah, I'm not surprised that half of what the Imperial Chronicle is reporting is massively overblown.
If you say so.
Is something wrong?
No, not at all. Regardless, now that I've heard your voice, I feel a lot better. So I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your night now.
Right. Night, Elise. Come and see you as soon as I can, okay?
Oh, there's no need for that. Good night, Reen. Sweet dreams.
She seems somewhat odd. Probably just nervous talking on the phone. Oh, it's kind of awkward for me when I started using one too. My final free day of the year. Do all my prep work for next week today so I can make the most of it. Yay! Oh, it's nice to be back in Trista like this. I did enjoy the school vibe the first game had going. There's much. Put on my old bike. So which of us is the better rider? There's only one way to do that. Yeah, shame melting. Ooh. You're on, Angelica. Settle which of our class is superior. Academy field fully equipped, prepare for defeat. But suits are helping us for a flea market. We don't have much to sell at our stall. Mind remedying that? Okay. I'm starting a brand new show here at Radio Trista. Need your help to get the first broadcast just right. Okay. A fishing battle. Ooh, Kenneth and his brother. Excellent. We'll be at the fishing spot in Trista. Done. This is worth doing. It pretty fitting for the last free day of the year too. It's only about 9 in the morning. Got plenty of time to work through everything. Let's get to work. Alright, gotta report to Toa directly. Now, before we leave, let's talk to the people here at the dorm. Already gone out for the day. They enjoy their final free day here to the fullest, and that goes for you as well. Even grander dinner than yesterday waiting for you when you all finally come back. Alright. Thank you, Sharon. No one's on this floor. No, so everyone's out on the town. Oh, happy music. Was this? This wasn't the normal Trista music, I don't think. But I like it. Heading off now. Have a good day, darling. Kiss! Thanks, dear. Take care of Kurt for me, will you? They're going to be like this when they're old and grey, aren't they? You do catch the act a lot, don't they? Some think I should pay her back with the love she gives me more than a bevy of smooches. She's looking to get us some time off work so I can take a nice little family vacation. I think you're all just secretly exhibitionists. Gee, it sure is nice out today, isn't it? Perfect day to get some laundry done. Which I'll do inside. Goodbye. Hooray! Daddy's company wasn't hurt by the war, so we get back to work. Yay! The war had minimal impact on people. We're happy the war didn't change him or Mom. No, lovey-dovey kind of calms me down. Things are indeed peaceful again. Hey, Micht. Well, Lumber Blitz is making a comeback. Now that's promising. See you again, Micht. Back to the horse riding saddle again, I see. Did get smart. But yeah, now the racetrack's open again, I'm back in my own mode. I'm really glad I told you kids to go out there and get that war ended. What in a world without the spring races? Look, continuing happy with the whole hero thing. Just trying to take it one step at a time. Can't exactly run away from being the Ashen Chevalier. Oh, what could do with that burn? He doesn't have to work for the, he doesn't have to be a goon for the government either. For his evil father. Yeah, you're right. Valamor's part of my life now. It's time I start thinking about what that means for me. Good. That's just it. It's your last day of the year. You're not going to waste it by worrying. Take the day off! So we're winding with a little bit of shopping. Change much? Might be a cure or two that catches your eye. Nope. But I do got a lot of cash. Looked like Lord Rufus is doing a spectacular job over in Crossbell. He's already built their entire government. It's an achievement if I've ever heard one. Seems just right for him. Put his skills to work and do some good in the world. He'll continue to guide this nation to greatness. He's got a chip on my shoulder about Crossbell. In deference to Lord Rufus. My heart's to move past it. He's in the Republican Army a few times. Long live the Empire! You're lonely around here without Tone and Angelica. Why? But it feels as they leave here, I'll never see either of them again. No, it can't be all defeatist. There's every chance we'll meet up again one day. Keep hope in my heart. A lot has changed because of the war. Changes are obvious. But the little ones, like Kay and Grood, don't play pranks on people anymore. We know from out of time. That actually might be the biggest change of all. Boutique Lesage. First, this year's new students are finally ready. Popularity. This year's crop students are even bigger than ever. We got them done in time. So in 2 weeks before I'll get to see people wearing them, but I can hardly wait. Alright. Looks like you don't really have anything special to sell. Milliam! Margaret asked me to help her catch that second year there, so I did! I thought all that elite intelligence division training would actually come in handy someday. Just waiting to see what happens next. If he tries to escape, me and Lammy are going to stop him by any means necessary. What idiot's his name? Suppose you let her talk you to do anything illegal, okay? You've got Milliam on your side, you get results. You eat all the treats she promised me for catching him. I don't know, the food I helped her learn how to make. You may not want to eat Milliam. The winter orchestra is going to be pouring at the flea market, so I'm going to bring Bridget a bite to eat. She's there to cheer me on at the fencing club, so it's my turn to do the same. No, don't you have to make an excuse, Alan. That's just a good reason. Oh, the music's so happy and peaceful. I love it. Howdy, Reen. I feel bad about how much we shopkeepers asking you. Sorry about that. You being hero of the country. I actually find it kind of fun. It's the last free day of the year. I'll make the most of it, right? Before I go back to being a murderer of innocents and crushing the hopes and dreams of foreigners under our imperialist boot heel. Time sure flies, doesn't it? We've been doing this for a whole year now. So, no time to be getting all misty-eyed about the past. We got work to do. Let's get to it. What are the cells you're hoping for? People haven't had much time tonight as for a stall. It's a shame. For all the work that's gone into it, I'm sure everyone wants the flea market to be a big hit. Can't stay open very long if your stall doesn't have much to sell. Go around and see if you can find anything for us. You know about one last time? Sure. How could I say no to that? But, how much are we talking here? 1 would be ideal. 2 would be, or 1 would be appreciated. 2 would be ideal. More than that, you'd be my favorite person, Trista. Alright. So now they got ignored for whatever reason, probably. Okay. Yeah. Let's load for the right stall. I haven't found anything there if it's you. So give the old college try. Speaking of trying and buying, anything would buy really from you? No. Well, I guess I gotta talk to some people again. Wait a minute. I see a green thing upstairs now. In Sarah's room? I'm gonna steal her booze. possible for this room to get any messier until now. She's getting on a working order before she leaves. Is there to get rid of these bottles, or at least stand them up? She's going to be getting ready to move out soon, too. Maybe we should go and remind her. Okay, maybe that's unrelated shenanigans. Hey, Andre. The birdie whispered rumors in my ear. There's a small celebration taking place at the academy. Why would you not think to inform me, your dearest bosom buddy, of this? I am deeply wounded. Since when are we even friends? Ouch! It's cold, Ray. Dear me, you're the hero who ended the war, while I'm the wandering purveyor of love who heals the scars that are left. Well, the two of us form a team. So performance in Heimdall didn't go over too well. Alright. Well, let's take a little break here. We'll continue our fun time shenanigans very soon. Share your thoughts, your comments. I do love to read them. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. You can always support me on Patreon or follow me on Twitter. Talk to you soon.